So what's the gold standard? Where did it come from? In the simplest terms, the gold standard is a monetary system that ties a currency's value directly with gold. Therefore, the currency can be exchanged for a set amount of gold and is guaranteed by the government. In such a monetary system, gold backs the value of paper money. Often romanticised by those opposed to the modern-day fiat economy, an authentic international gold standard only existed for nigh on 44 years, from 1871 to 1914, following the peaks of the gold rush in an unprecedented time of world peace. However, many a modern-day economist views the gold standard as a symptom rather than the cause of this peace and prosperity. The first nation to officially adopt a gold standard was England in 1821. The gold standard came to prominence aided by the dramatic rise in global trade and production, in hand with large swathes of gold discovered throughout the century, enforcing the gold standard's grip on the international economy, running well into the next century. Nations settled trade deficits with gold, giving world governments strong incentives to stockpile gold reserves for rainy days. These stockpiles still exist to this day. The central banks of America, England and France hoarded vast quantities of the gold flowing from the Californian and Victorian fields, which in turn provided the basis for sound currencies and solid financial systems across the known world, supporting an immense credit expansion that bankrolled world trade, shipping and manufacturing. Following Germany's adoption of the standard in 1871, the international gold standard emerged, with the majority of the world's developed nations participating in trade with it by 1900. From 1871 to 1914, the gold standard was at its pinnacle, but with the outbreak of the Great War in 1914, things were to change forever. As the gold supply continued to fall behind the growth of the global economy, the British pound sterling and US dollar became the global reserve currencies. Smaller countries began holding more of these currencies instead of gold. The result was an accentuated consolidation of gold into the hands of a few large nations. So for more background and FAQs on the gold standard, you can check out Mark Harrison's article, Did the Gold Standard Work? Economics Before and After Fiat Money. It addresses such questions as, how is a classical gold standard supposed to work? How did it actually work in the past? Why did previous versions of the international reserve currency lose its mantle? So what's the record of the international fiat dollar as a world reserve currency? And why is it now, rather than some other time, that gold is so much discussed?